The car is back from the dyno with AP Performance, and he's done a brilliant job setting it up. It sounds absolutely brilliant, but it is extremely loud. We had a couple of problems on the day where the engine was overfueling by a lot, and that was the injectors getting stuck open because there was a small bit of paint, or potentially a small bit of paint holding the pin open, and it almost hydrolocked one of the cylinders. So Angus took everything out, cleaned up the bowls for the injectors. I managed to get the same size injectors off of someone in Galway, so we were still able to get everything done with the car. But apart from that, the throttle bodies needed to be balanced, and the true top dead centre needed to be found because there's no marking on the crank pulley, and the engine was 25 to 30 degrees out of timing. He also ran the car in for me on the dyno, changed out the fluids just before actually doing the power runs, and we've got the numbers in. Still haven't got the graph, so I'm very interested to see where the car is making its power and torque. But the car managed to do 175 horsepower and 120 foot-pounds, which is a bit less than what I was expecting, but he did say that there's something holding it back. He thinks it's the cams, that it's running out of cams, and it could make more power, potentially in a bigger cam. There was also an issue with the tyres. He said that the tyres that were on it were too sticky for the dyno, so that could affect the reading. I don't know by how much, and I don't know if it would affect the torque as well, but we'll find out if we ever go again. We'll put it on road tyres instead of slick tyres.
There it is.
When he told me the power output, I was a little bit disappointed. Thought it would make at least 190, 185 at the lowest, and a bit more torque. But then again, with the tyres, it could be a little bit more. It could be 185. We're not 100% sure what it actually is with the road tyres on. But as soon as he did the first dyno run while I was there, I didn't really care about the power. The car revs really quickly. It sounds great. It seems to run really, really well. He said it's so loud that he couldn't hear the knock sensor when he was tuning it on the dyno, that it's probably going to be a problem. And we did a small noise test here after at 4,500, and it's reading 110 decibels. Don't know how accurate that reading is, but it's definitely over what the allowable limit is for most tracks, and I'm not sure if the Irish rallying has a noise limit, but English rallying definitely does, and that's 103, so going to need to get it down quite a bit. Going to change out the exhaust tips. I think that might bring it down a small bit, and if we need to do any more, probably get an expansion put in somewhere in the centre of the exhaust. I think all the dyno was done in fourth gear. That's the 1-to-1 ratio, and that's what anyone I've asked said that's what he normally does. And we were getting 100 mile an hour in fourth gear, and it was getting up there pretty quickly. So I'm really excited about that. Got to do my first little drive up onto the trailer, off, back into the house. And then ran it through the gears on the axle stands, and it sounds vicious. So all in all, I'm quite happy with how everything went. Could have gone a little bit better, but at the end of the day, I think it's, from seeing it on the dyno, driving it around a little bit, it seems to be a very drivable car and engine. It's going to have a lot of grip, and we're going to try and keep the weight down as much as possible, so if I can hit my targets, it's still going to be an extremely fast car when it's all said and done. And again, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who watches the videos. A couple of weeks back we went over 100 subscribers, so I really appreciate that.